Amazon. You must have heard of them by now. They're the global online retailer that in 2017 turned over $177 billion, and as of now is valued at close to $1 trillion. They are a massive success in the US, Japan, UK, and EU. But what have Amazon in Australia done wrong? And what should you buy from them if you are Aussie? The answers might shock you. So a quick tour on the website shows that it's functional, clean, and serves what you want to see. But let's be real, pricing. Amazon usually have the best prices and the service is simple, quick, and super easy to fix if you come into problems. But back to that price factor, it is ultimately the make or break. Take for example this GTX 1080 Strix. Comes in at 855 Australian dollars, including delivery, which is more expensive than all local Australian retailers, which are selling around $850 max, and that's in your hands right then and there, meaning the other retailers have the item actually in stock. Not to mention in the US, it's 530 US dollars, or 726 Aussie equivalent dollars. On top of the price, there is also a 3-week delivery time. But if you want cheaper parts at the cost of shipping time, you can get the same GTX 1080 Strix for $799 with shipping within the week. I've even seen those prices drop as low as 730 Aussie with recent eBay sales. And let's pause right there. eBay. They've been dominating Australia for quite a while now, where in 2017 they had total online sales of roughly 4.64% of Australia total retail trade, that's all trade, and in Australia alone made $6.5 billion in total revenue, which is over 53% of total online trade excluding food. They constantly have 5, 10, or even 20% coupon codes that brings costs of popular electronics down under that of even most volume-orientated Australian retailers, and sometimes even beating that of US prices. So it seems that eBay is determined not to let Amazon even get a foot in the door, so to speak, when it comes to the promised Aussie land of the consumer. Now you'd probably be asking yourself, if prices are higher and I have to wait 3 weeks for shipping, then what's the point of even using Amazon? Well, for those items in particular, I think it's a clear miss. But surprisingly, the savings start to come into play when you would look for the smaller things that you would usually go and pay full price for. One example of this is video games. But let's say you're a console player. God forbid, Gabe and bless my soul. But let's say you want to buy some physical games. Normally without thinking you would go to the store like JB Hi-Fi, Harvey Norman, EB Games, or maybe even Big W if that tickles your fancy. You wouldn't normally consider buying physical media online, otherwise you might as well just buy an online version, right? Wrong. Take for instance Gran Turismo on the PS4 for example. EB Games being the most expensive at $100, eBay coming in at second with $29, and Harvey Norman, Big W, and JB Hi-Fi all coming in around 24 or 25 bucks. Now let's quickly check Amazon Australia. Wait, no, that can't be right. 12 bucks with free 3-day shipping from the official Amazon AU store. Now, there is a deal. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's see Detroit Become Human. $100, $54, $49, and here comes Amazon at $44. Marvel Spider-Man, $100 pickup, $79 pickup, $79 pickup, $77 posted, and Amazon in again with the best price of $69 shipped. Okay, so games are definitely cheaper. But what about the consoles themselves? PS4 Slim, 1TB black, no games, no flash, 1-day eBay sales, EB, $509, JB and Big W, $479, now Amazon at $459. Whoa, oh my god, so cheap. Be quick or they might sell out quickly. It's a console, right? Now I haven't included eBay in these sales because Sony don't have an official store there, so you'll have to wait for a reseller which may not get you the best price on a new system. Though other things are certainly coming in cheaper than retailers too, like DVDs and keyboards and also say this G502 mouse. So the deals are definitely there, the postage time is definitely there for some things, but how is it that the Sydney Morning Herald reported that Amazon Australia ran at an estimated $8.9 million loss in 2017? We can definitely see the limitations of Amazon Australia when they are shipping from Amazon US, like the Threadripper 2990WX. Of course, they won't have stock just sitting around in Australia, but that right there is the problem, because now Amazon have a similar price to the Aussie retailers, but include $510 of import tax and $20 shipping, and that will take 4 weeks to get to you. Clearly not worth it. But at the same time, I think the biggest part of Amazon's flop so far in Australia is that the lack of clear marketing. showing people that they can get great deals with express shipping to their door, but also partnering with local retailers to have all bases covered when it comes to having decent priced items on pretty much any item you can think of. And for me personally, this is what I think gets me. I don't want to check a site and waste time if they are continually going to be hit and miss. If I go on eBay, on the flip side, I know I'm going to usually get either the best price or somewhere near the best price. And this is a huge factor that Amazon has to consider if they want people to continually come back to their site. That is, they have to build loyalty. Though another problem still exists here as well, and that is the Aussie consumer. We're just like any other country's resident is to someone else. Different. Aussies love a good bargain, and even if it's not a super, oh my god, clear out bargain, I have to get this now, we still like to think that we are getting some kind of discount, no matter how small it is. So eBay definitely cater to this craving, and they have the market, as we say, down pat. Though going forward for Amazon, I don't think we're at this point where you can order food with same-day delivery, nor can we do that on eBay really. Well, not that you'd want to either. To be honest, I haven't tried it yet, but I guess I just prefer my food local. But of course, for other items that a lot of Aussies would otherwise want, Amazon still seems to be just too hit and miss. And in an age of digital perfection, anything less just won't suffice. So going forward from here, it is pretty clear that Amazon have a really tough road ahead of them competing with eBay in Australia. eBay have gained not just the loyalty for auctions, but also for buy it now and making digital stores come to their marketplace to really have established a trust relationship with the consumer that's going to be really hard for Amazon to beat. But if Amazon do want to compete, then they really, in my opinion, have to get the consistency right. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, then be sure to hit that like button and let us know in the comments section below, why do you think Amazon's having a tough time in Australia? As always, love reading your thoughts and opinions, and I'll catch you in another tech video very soon. Peace out for now. Bye.